So our next speaker is Auntie Mahealani, and she has stood up for the struggles of the Hawaiian people for a very long time. And I appreciate all the work that she does, and her beautiful smile, and her beautiful voice. And she's here to share some manao with us today.
Greetings to everyone, each and every one of you. My name is Mahealani Ventura, and I host a show, Truth and Justice. Hui O Wa'a, our beautiful paradise we know as Hawaii, and we call Hawaii today. I'd like to welcome you with an oli in the style of our tupuna, and I'd like to share this mo'olelo with you as well. Conciliation Commission, which is a civil society organization that is registered by United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. I have the kuleana of archiving and documenting instances of human rights violations. It's not what you would call a fun job, but someone has to do this. As your kuleana and my kuleana combine, and we bring together this collective consciousness for all people, stakeholders, ma'oli, ma'ohi, ma'oi, Maori alike. Throughout Polynesia, we are, and we know this, we are connected with our one sky and our one moana, our one ocean. As historian, it is also my kuleana to bring forward mo'olelo of when Hawaii's skies were clear, when Hawaii's waters were very clear. The moana is a part of our being. And no doubt it is one of the reasons that have brought you here to live with us. And we welcome you with aloha. And aloha aina is one of our major concerns. As one of the observers on the commission, which is a civil society organization registered with the United Nations, we get to take your mana'o and bring it up into a platform that is shared with over 13,000 agencies around the world, other non-governing organizations called NGOs, other civil society organizations concerned with our human rights, and also private and public entities in other nations who share your concerns. How many of you know that we have aerosol spraying in the air? Yeah? Oh, my kite. It's good to know this. Now, how many of you would like to do something about it? All right, even better. Now, we know that we have to address the facts we have to address scientific data, but we also, as the people, for the people, by the people, must address who is compiling the data. Am I right? We need to address who is compiling the data for we the people. Now, when we put together our mana'o, we share our thoughts and we combine our collective mana'o to address the human commons, such as air, food, and water sovereignty. What we do is we put it onto paper, and we can begin that way, and we can begin a talking story like this, because it's not an easy subject to digest. You know, how you live your life and you throw away your rubbish, and you go fishing and you maybe got a lobster with all the eggs. You want to throw it back in. You know, some people are just not aware of how the ecosystem is the eco-balance within all of us. So what we're doing is, oh my, I know I'm short, but I'm not that short. What we're doing as the commission is that we are addressing your concerns, and we'd like to address the commons that you and I are concerned with: food, water, air sovereignty. You can get a hold of us through Facebook at Human Rights Hawaii. That's Human Rights Hawaii. And also email at ahccmaui@gmail.com. Okay, polole, yeah? Yeah? Okay. ahccmaui@gmail.com. We will take any of your thoughts and concerns if you'd like to share ideas. Also, we will come in and we will share our mana'o on how you can become more effective in your society and how you can get your ideas or your group or your like GMO-free Hawaii or Hawaii Nature Center, how you can become involved with a United Nations registered society and get your mana'o and your focus in front of 13,000 international human rights advocates, because that's what we all are. We're an advocate for each other when it comes to our human rights. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but Resolution 1079 was passed on December 3rd of 2010. One in English through the County of Maui and one in Olelo. And that's part of our kokua, is to assist the Aboriginal and Indigenous and First Nations people who are here as well, and who we consider to have that sensible connection that they've maintained with not only Akua, but also Honua and Malama'aina. So this resolution was passed by the Maui County Council. It's in recognition of United States Public Law 103-150, which is the Apology Act, Maupopo, and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights of 1948, which is the basic document that brought forward the collaborative efforts of international bodies that together recognized the right of self-determination for all peoples, that recognized human rights, because it was just coming out of the Second World War and the First World War. Prior to that, wars and wars. I believe it was our global family's way of setting forward one step on the road towards global peace. And that's where we are, I believe, because you and I stand here today as the change we are to become. Yeah? Being supported and endorsed by His Excellency Bawa Jane, Secretary General of the World Council of Religious Leaders, is one of our accolades. We can definitely rely upon the spiritual community to help us become more effective in the human rights community, and I think that's where we're starting to become a more collective and ho'aloha type of kuleana globally and worldwide. And you may think we're just on a small island here in Maui, but we're not. We're not. And if we can do more things and take more action like this, causing a resolution to be passed, causing an ordinance to be passed, causing laws to go through legislature and be passed, that's our goal, either administratively or through your sovereign entity. This is really your and my common ground, global humanity. So mahalo for all of your time, your attention, and your aloha. And before I leave, I'd like to ask you all if you're wanting to hang out on the beach tomorrow and listen to some free live jams. We're going to be at Paia Bay tomorrow from 10 to 6. And I hope to see all of your beautiful faces there. Mahalo, ike aloha, a hui ho.
Aloha.